See? It's easier back in the day. I like you. Do you like me? Circle yes or no. Pass it over.
Pass it over. I still have a shoebox full of like notes in the attic.
Fold it up into like triangles.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
I got like 50 of those.
Welcome to GVSV.
Hi, welcome to GVSV. This is going to be our first React video. I've got Carl with me here, who has never seen Heartstopper before, and being that this is a gay veteran, straight veteran show, I wanted to kind of start him off with something a little bit lighter. I know that a lot of gay media has a tendency to be very tragic and...
Start him off with, oh boy.
Hey, come on. Listen, the story that we're about to watch is the story of two young 14-ish boys who become best of friends because they were placed next to each other in the same homeroom.
Okay.
Do you see the relevance?
Yeah, I see there's some
Exactly. So I just...
relatability to that.
So I was just like, you know what? This is where we're going to start.
This is where we start with React content.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I don't miss high school.
Very few people that I know miss high school. And usually the people who miss high school, that was the pinnacle of their life. So there's that.
True.
When we were in high school, we didn't have cell phones.
We didn't have cell phones. But, I mean, you know, we passed notes. I mean, you know, people were obviously interested in each other and all that. But
Think they still have a card catalog in that library?
they gotta have something.
Instagram, the Dewey Decimal System. He looks thrilled.
Well, I mean, he's having to be relocated to a new homeroom.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden he gets to sit next to some athlete who he doesn't know but is a year older than him.
So you've seen all the episodes, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the animation's a thing throughout the entire season?
It's kind of like an indicator of emotion.
Oh, okay.
I think it's almost reminiscent of like butterflies.
Got it.
Yes. So episode 1, meet. So how did we meet?
Homeroom.
Homeroom. 30 years ago.
Yeah. Is it boarding school?
No. This is just an all-boys school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
But
Christmas Day and them.
they obviously haven't seen each other since before Christmas break.
Okay. Now I get it.
Still don't tell anyone about this.
And
Why is that a bad thing?
because he's obviously not into him. He's just there for...
And that's what the wiping off the kiss signifies?
No, the fact that he told him, don't tell anyone about this.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
So he's dating the other kid?
I mean,
Ben, right?
I wouldn't call it dating.
You going that way?
I would call it
Just
making out
Same.
when no one's watching.
Got it. Hookup culture. Love it.
Exactly.
Doing your homework or walk. Just get off. How dare you? Better?
Okay.
I still have
Maybe.
a piece of lead in my finger from a guy in power school who stabbed my hand.
On purpose?
What?
I don't know.
Just hi.
Why are you talking to me? I don't even know who you are.
Oof.
Alright, mate.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Like his dick.
Exactly. That's the point.
You're friends with Ben? Yeah, he's in my year. We hang out sometimes. Oh.
I don't even know who you are. Why are you talking to me?
That poor kid's in turmoil.
Of course.
Tao, you're allowed to miss her.
Okay, fine. Obviously, it's better that she's at an all-girls school now. You know, Mr. Reed was still refusing to call her out.
Yeah, Mr. History's a massive transphobe.
It's still weird.
I'm
though,
guessing
there
Elle
used to be
is-
4 of us and now
Yes.
Okay.
She
as a group.
used to be at the all-boys school and is in the process of socially transitioning. And because she was growing out her hair, she was getting a lot of flack.
Nelson,
So they finally allowed her to relocate to the girls' school.
the one that looks like a golden retriever.
He doesn't look like a golden retriever.
You don't have a tissue, do you? My pen just exploded. It's not coming off.
Come on, it's happened to you. It's happened to all of us.
What?
A pen exploding.
Not like that. It's a murder scene. If blood was blue.
Why? Why? Look at them.
I feel like every time I take a fountain pen
We are
to a high altitude or on an airplane, it explodes on me.
He is the star player.
Why would you take a fountain pen to a high altitude in an unpressurized environment?
Exactly.
It just becomes a pressure vessel.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's why anytime I travel.
Instead of
now,
React content, we're doing physics content.
Hey.
When he's with his bro.
So his friends are ragging on him because he's
Into a jock.
obviously forming a crush on,
Anybody who's athletic.
not just athletic, but is remotely nice to him.
Mm.
Is that a phone now? Well,
I'm glad we didn't have phones in high school.
Yeah, for real.
My God. So wait, was coming to town the first time you had to relocate to a new school? Or the only time you had to relocate to a new school?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look, it's Ben.
You know, I'm sorry about ignoring you yesterday.
I'm sorry about ignoring
What?
you yesterday.
Come on, dude.
And look,
Jealousy.
no,
Yeah,
not
buddy.
jealousy. He's also thinking about the person who's nice to him.
Oh, I was thinking that Ben
no,
would get
no,
jealous.
No. Ben doesn't even realize. Ben doesn't care.
Okay.
I don't even know if. I don't think he even thinks we're boyfriends anyway. He ignores me sometimes. He doesn't even like people seeing us talk to each other in the corridors.
That's not a boyfriend.
Doesn't know who I am.
Yes, but
Then when it's just us
A
two.
boyfriend's a relationship.
yes.
Any type of relationship where you're having these honorific labels. Consent.
Yes, but at that age,
Don't know.
it's the only thing that he knows as a relationship.
I get that. I get that.
I mean, for me in high school, there was no one that I could date.
Wouldn't get it.
And I look at these kids today where it's like, oh, they can actually be out and open and be in relationships with each other.
Yeah.
Like, the world has come so far.
It really has, though.
Yeah.
It has. Should have sent that.
Well, I mean, what would you say? I hate you?
I mean, when I was 15, 14.
I think that's probably the best he could do.
Yeah, yeah.
Just end it.
Do you have a girlfriend? Sobs.
No, well, he didn't even send that. He just...
Well, but he should have.
Yeah, but I mean, what's Ben gonna do? Lie?
Hmm. A soggy ass cereal.
Well, of course.
morning.
Jesus, Tori.
Why's your face like that?
Didn't know Wednesday Adams had a cousin.
I know. She's wonderful. I love Tori.
Okay.
Hey.
That's such a trope.
Thanks.
You play the drums.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thanks.
So, I had something I wanted to ask you. Charlie, I wanted to tell you that I'm gay too. And I'm in love with you. Do you want to go out with me? I want to be with you forever.
That's how teenagers think.
Of course.
We
Of
have
course.
to play the team.
But instead, he asks him if he wants to join the rugby
Against
team.
other teams without a reserve. And, I saw
It's
you
like,
run
we need an extra player. Can you join us?
really fast. So, I thought you might be interested.
The kid's a twig. He's going to get murdered.
Well,
That's
yeah.
fine. I can teach you.
Oh, listen.
Am I a bit small and weak to be a rugby player?
Yes.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
So you're saying I am small and weak?
Oof.
Wait, no.
Foot in mouth.
It's literally just another silly crush.
It's not a crush.
It's absolutely a crush.
Yes. But what's wrong with that?
And you're sure you want to spend a whole hour with giant moronic rugby lads?
Yes.
It's your funeral.
Listen, I've done stupider for relationships. Come on.
I mean,
This is perfect.
it wasn't a bad tackle.
Now, let's
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about an excuse to hang out with the person you have a crush on and have physical contact. Acceptable physical contact in public. Yes. He can catch.
Look at you.
Huh?
I didn't play rugby, so I'm trying to figure this all out.
I mean, it's just
I play football.
it's just football without padding. Is
It's
really
not exactly football without padding. We're not lifting each other up so we can catch them.
hey.
What?
It's more or less football without padding.
But why is he? The kid looked pissed off.
Oh, what, Ben?
Yeah.
I think it's because Charlie isn't making himself available to him like he used to.
But he doesn't have any business getting mad. He's over there, having his time with, the ladies.
Yeah, but he obviously is also interested in the boys. And I'm not saying that it makes him any less...
But just look at him.
And look at him what?
He looks like somebody who does not like being told no.
Oh, of course not.
Okay, then. Not even not like being told no. Cannot handle being told no. Because there's a big difference. Nobody likes being told no. But some people cannot handle being told no.
Of course.
And he looks like he cannot handle being told no.
Yes. Which, I mean, I think is exactly what's going to happen here is he's going to have to deal with Charlie telling him no to his face.
You're wearing a coat. It's not even cold.
It's February.
Lame.
Oh,
What do you want, Ben? Don't touch me.
God, what's your problem? I'm trying to be nice.
I said I don't want
Nice.
to you anymore.
Yeah, and I don't believe you.
What?
You're clearly just scared of getting caught.
I can't be scared of getting caught. Everyone in school already knows I'm gay.
gaslighty
You're
bullshit.
scared of getting caught. You can't even look at me when other people are around. Not to mention the fact that you have a girlfriend.
Don't be angry at me for not wanting to come out yet.
I'm not angry about that. If you're figuring stuff out, fine. Take your time. I've already been there for you. Don't you think I, of all people, would understand if you're figuring out your sexuality?
Then why are you angry at me?
I'm angry because you never even slightly cared about my feelings. We'll never meet up when you want to, where you want to, when you feel like kissing a boy. You don't care about me at all.
Well, it's not like anyone else is going to want to go out with you, is it?
Oof. This hits home.
He told you to stop. Go on. Piss off.
They never get it. Until somebody bigger comes along.
Well, of
Or
course.
stronger.
Did you hear all of that?
I don't know why, but I think the first time I saw this scene, it made me cry.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Just, it hit all the wrong chords.
I'm going this way, so
Yeah, I'm that way.
okay. Bye.
He's not even hiding that he has a crush anymore.
Well, of course. I mean, he just got rescued by his best friend from the guy who is obviously using him. So, sliding into your DMs?
That's one way to go about it, right?
I mean,
See? It's easier back in the day. I like you. Do you like me? Circle yes or no. Pass it over.
pass it over. I still have a shoebox full of like notes in the attic.
Fold it up into like triangles.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
I got like 50 of those.
Normal.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
There you go. Message sent. Thank you. Thoughts on that first episode?
Well, I mean, it's a teeny bopper TV show.
I will say that, like, this show is probably the first example of just flat out queer joy, which I honestly feel was something I would have loved to have had as a kid. And me and my husband, we sat there, we watched this, the entire first season, and in every episode there was at least one scene that just like made the two of us cry. Where like not, it just hit. Where we're sitting there and we're like, oh, this is like, it's making us feel.
There's no content out there with adult portrayals because these are just children.
These are just children. There are examples of like adult, LGBT characters in mass media, but
Well, when I said examples, I know that there's folks in the gay community, actors and whatnot, they're, better represented nowadays. But you used word the first time in mass media where it was joyous.
yes,
Okay.
like
So my question is there no adult representation of that joy?
not something that I was aware of before this show.
Okay.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Heartstopper season 1. Last time we left off with Charlie and Nick pretty much becoming friends, Nick protecting Charlie from Ben, and then the two of them kind of driving off.
Nick's already started to develop romantic feelings for Charlie.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, it's evident.
I mean, obviously
The last scene, okay. That last scene, all right, where he was looking out into the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already catching feelings for dude.
Okay. Well, let's see where it goes next. So,
All right.
1, 2, 3, let's go. Drums. You played the guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instagram stalking. I'm so glad we didn't have social media in high school.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, but the thing is, Charlie doesn't know this. Are you feeling okay?
His screensaver is Gay Panic.
Well, in the comic book that it's based on, it was actually the NASA logo.
Oh, this is based off a comic book.
I mean,
I didn't know that. As you drop everything.
as I drop everything.
This is not a comic book.
I mean, it was a web comic.
This is a comic book.
Yes.
That's a comic book.
But these were a web comic that were turned
It is
into
a graphic novel, my guy.
Yes. I don't have volume 1 anymore.
Got it.
I had 2 copies of it, and I've lent both of them out, and they never came back.
You never lend books out.
Yeah, well.
No. I don't say that to not share. I only give books out.
Yes.
Never lend it out.
Well, one of them I want back. The other one I'll let that person keep.
Okay.
So Nick is asking Charlie what happened with Ben. And this is the story of how they got together for the first time. Hey, no spoilers.
Hi. So I
Looking at how it's put together.
Yeah.
heard about you coming out last time.
Yeah, I guess.
That's really brave.
Well, it wasn't really my... It sort of just got found out. No one was supposed to know.
Well, you're brave for putting up with all the negativity.
You're like a massive proponent of negativity, my guy.
Yeah, but this is when they first met. He doesn't know yet.
Oh.
I'm Ben.
This is
Okay.
This
See, if I wasn't looking down at this, I might be paying attention to this.
I know. But Charlie is telling him the story of how they first met.
Ah, got it.
Oh, come on. He's fishing.
Yep. Let's see what the bait got. Didn't catch the fish you're looking to. They're
he
not
just-
bite today.
Come on, he just wanted clarification because he doesn't. But at least he feels good about having Nick as a friend.
There we go.
Oh no. Oh no. Red Heart? Oh.
Thumbs up.
Lol. It's like, how do
See,
I
I wasn't
respond?
wrong.
That's the thing, though. I don't think he knows yet.
What? Yes. Yes, you do know. Come on. You know when you like somebody. Period.
Oh, flirting in class.
He's straight, Charlie. Like, you only need to glance him to see that he's a massive heterosexual.
A massive heterosexual.
Why is that a bad thing?
Ginormous heterosexual.
Ginormous.
Masculine guys can be gay. And no offence, but you're not exactly the authority in working out who is and isn't gay. And bisexual people exist.
Also true.
How do I stop liking someone, specifically a straight guy?
A question for the ages. I thought you had a boyfriend.
No, he was horrible. This is someone else.
Wow. Being a teenager is terrible.
I agree with that.
You know, when I
Yes.
was a teenager and had a crush on a straight boy, I just repressed it and suffered.
And
That doesn't sound
suffered.
very healthy.
Oh, the cafeteria.
Wait, look.
Did I come up and sit next to you, or
Hi. So,
I think you were
Tara
already
said you had
sitting
no
there? I just like
friends. I
walked
didn't say
up and
that.
sat with you,
Yeah. I think that's how that happened.
Monster much?
and then we started
Yeah,
talking
okay.
about
So, you moved schools from
random
Chewham?
Yeah,
stuff
Chewham was just
like
hell for me, so
Area
I mean,
51
it was hell for
and
almost everyone, but like
aliens.
especially me.
And then
I
you
think it was
dragged me into the
suspended
school
because of my
library and you were
hairline.
like, Groom
Yeah,
Lake.
I've been
And I
to
was
the
like,
beach in
look at
Lakeville
this map.
before.
Look at it's not there.
Have you
Look,
been
here on
confronting
this one it
today?
is.
Yeah, it's a lot less stressful.
Not a conspiracy
apart from the
theorist.
whole
Groom
finding
Lake
friends
exists.
issue.
Area 51
Don't worry.
exists.
Most people here are nice, just don't do anything Darcy says.
It was just one of the things I remember from when we first met.
I can't believe you remember stuff like that.
That was
Have you
only
two been
30 years
friends
ago.
for a long time?
I can't remember what I had for dinner last week. And here you're remembering things from 30 years ago.
Well, I can't remember what I had for dinner last week either. Actually, no. It was probably the same thing because I have the same thing every day.
There you go.
This is Nelly.
Oh, look,
Oh my gosh,
dogs.
she's so cute. I wish I had a dog. My parents don't like animals.
You should come around my house and meet her. Are you free on Saturday?
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, what was the name of your German Shepherd?
Which one?
Did you have more than one
Yeah.
at the same time?
Yeah.
Fuck, I only remembered one.
The male was Mozart.
Yeah.
The female was Brandy.
Okay.
You don't remember Brandy?
Hi.
No.
She was a dopey looking
God,
thing.
Tori.
I remember you had German Shepherds.
Yep.
Wonder friends?
Towels?
No, his name's Nick.
Nick.
I miss those dogs.
Yeah.
They were
Is
great.
my hair too short?
It looks the same.
But is that okay?
It looks the same.
Great.
Looks like you stuck your head out of a moving vehicle.
Have fun next.
I mean, he's got curly hair. Listen,
Comb it.
I'm lucky that.
Look, he looks like the dirty end of a Q-tip.
True.
Just saying.
True.
Come on. Not gonna bite you. It's the doorbell. Let's go.
He got
There we
invited.
go. For real.
I don't know.
Hey.
Hey,
This is Nelly.
Oh.
Hi, Nelly. You're so adorable.
You got a haircut.
Look who noticed.
Is it bad?
No.
Why are you touching me?
It looks great. Okay, you better come
Is
in.
it awkward for friends to
Nelly
touch
will
each
go
other's
for
hair?
a walk.
Okay.
I don't.
Come on.
Maybe.
Can you
I
let me-
guess.
Can you let me
I
win
don't know.
one time?
I-
I've already won like 5 or 6, but
And then I
especially
really got
maths,
into
playing the
sports.
drums, befriending
Um,
dogs. And you are good at sports. Like you run
You
so
are good at
shut up.
sports.
You know it's true. Get off me. Get off.
Okay.
Uh oh.
What?
It's snowing.
There you go. Let's skip school.
Try this one.
See, I mean, like, I have plenty of great friendships, and right, long-lasting friendships, with people who've come like my family.
Yeah.
Right. So hey, you got a nice haircut and mess around with their hair. That's not like relationship type stuff. But in this context, it is 100% flirting. That's 100% flirting.
But is he aware of it? Like, does he even realize that he is flirting?
At that age, I don't know that. Because if I'm trying to remember back forever ago, that I would think that's something that you do like when you're courting somebody. Were they making coffee? Yes. Oh, the
I think
British
it's
tea.
But listen,
Whatever. Yep. So.
do you want to hang out again this weekend?
See, that's
Who you texting?
courting.
But
Courting.
Courting.
Your mum?
Your mom?
Whoa, great joke, Nicholas. Who are you texting?
Is that any of your business? Is that his sister or something?
Yeah, she's just a girl that hangs out with the boys before class starts.
Ah.
Well, okay, fine. He's definitely chirping someone.
And,
Chirpsing? I'm
uh,
sorry. I don't speak
Local
Lost
slang.
776.
But here you go. And it's not even American. It's just British slang.
I know that. That's why I don't speak I lost 1776.
Don't pretend you have any idea you know what's going on.
Well, which end are we supposed to be getting the ball to?
That end.
That's how I feel every time I watch sports.
He's the rugby king.
Honestly.
I wanted to talk to you about Nick, actually.
You know how I thought you were straight?
Yes.
Well,
Look at the horror in that dude's eyes.
Which one?
Maybe he isn't.
Tao?
Tall dude.
Like he
Yeah.
won't let me back.
Maybe he's not straight.
Because I spent all these little moments of the past couple of weeks and during the half term. Like, we've been hanging out non-stop, and he's been acting a little bit flirty sometimes. Obviously, like, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I just think maybe there's a chance.
You're getting your hopes up.
Of
That's
course
like
he
the
is.
definition of getting your hopes up.
What?
Nick likes a girl.
I mean, he can like both.
But we've not seen any evidence of that.
He's in love with a girl.
How'd you know that?
Okay,
Good
I
question.
know how much you like him, Alan. I just don't want you to get hurt. As your token straight friend, it's my duty to remind you that sometimes people are
Excuse me? Excuse me.
My token straight friend.
He is not straight.
Isaac,
Who?
I've
He is
already
not
told you
straight.
about encouraging Charlie's crushes on straight
Who,
boys.
Tao?
I want to believe
Yeah.
in romance. Oh, so there's this guy that hates you apparently Nick's got a crush on?
Confirmed from
As far as the
multiple
story is
sources, but we don't know
concerned,
if they're actually a
He
thing.
might be straight
Yes.
adjacent. That boy's not
Charlie
straight.
really won't give up on this straight boy until we know for sure.
Oh my god, be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet.
Okay. Slowly.
Being
Token
idiots.
As your token straight friend.
Okay, look. If and only
Sometimes
if I
people
get
are
the
straight.
chance, I'll ask her.
Yes. Yes, sometimes they are.
Exactly, which is what he's trying to get through to Charlie.
Tao?
I was 100% sure that he was gay. 100% sure. 100% sure.
Yes, but I think he's just geeky.
Mm-hmm. I'm geeky. That's not straight.
Sorry, I'm definitely straight. Like, I only like girls. We should probably stop being friends if you feel like that. Charlie,
The negative self-speak.
you just spaced out.
Say it.
Do you? Hey.
He does look like a golden retriever.
He's got that energy.
He does.
You're terrible.
Uh-oh.
What did I say? I'm good at
Feels.
this. I'm good at this.
Feels.
Reading people. It's my specialty.
Of course. But why?
Why what?
Why does he want to hold his hand?
Because he's got feelings for dude.
But I think he's still confused.
I don't know that he's confused. He's just not comfortable with the social ramifications of his feelings.
Yes.
But he's also a kid.
Wish didn't have to
That's
go.
the normal thing.
Sure.
I wish I didn't either. You look so cuddly like that. Man.
How is this even a question? There's like no suspense. We know what's going to happen.
That's the thing, though.
It's
like,
bound to happen. It's destined to happen.
I don't think he's straight.
Nah, you think?
Where'd you come from?
Where were you all? Episode 1.
So now.
Yeah, he's quarreling.
Teenage boy. Uncertain about his feelings. What does he do?
Am I? Oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, I think that's just
Why is BuzzFeed like a thing?
because
Why
they put out so
am
many.
I gay? BuzzFeed.
They put out so many listicles and so many different.
Is BuzzFeed the authority in human sexuality?
No.
Okay.
But the thing is that I feel like they churn out so much content that they end
okay.
up. Oh, and they probably have a lot of people on their staff that just focus on search engine optimization just to get them as close to the top as possible.
Can we hire those people?
I think we already did.
Okay.
But that's the thing. Like, as long as people go to your content and then they're on your page, then they're being
Okay.
exposed to your advertisers, and then they make that much more money.
Got it. Got it.
So
Got it.
obviously, there's an entire industry around people to.
So it's like right from Jump Street. You knew they're getting together. At the very least,
mean-
maybe not getting together. All right, but not Charlie. What's
Nick?
his face? Nick.
Yeah.
He's obviously quarreling with his sexuality.
Yeah,
It-
but do you think?
I don't even think he's questioning it. He's just quarreling with the fact.
Yeah, but do you think that he would have questioned or at least quarreled with his sexuality had he not met Charlie?
I'm unsure.
Yeah.
Because how could you know?
Exactly. And I feel like it's this friendship with Charlie that kind of instigated these feelings in Nick.
Sure, but I mean, we're talking about in one episode they went from meeting to being friends to amorous feelings. That's a quick turn.
But I also think that we don't know how much time has actually lapsed.
Okay.
Because I feel like there are some of these episodes where it's like, oh, it's February, but now it's like, oh, we're in spring. Oh wait, it's the end of term, and it's like, oh, only like 2 episodes have passed. Like,
Got it.
it's the amount of time that is passing for them might be different than what we are perceiving.
In the beginning, they just started school, right?
Oh, they returned from winter break.
From winter break.
So it's January.
So in a month and a half?
Yeah, because
February.
because
The snow.
Ben was making fun of him for wearing the jacket.
Yeah.
So then at least the first episode spans a month and a half, maybe.
Okay.
And then this second episode.
But that's still a pretty quick turn.
What?
And I don't mean turn like, oh, he's realizing, you know. But you go from meeting somebody in a month and a half. And within that month and a half, you go from meeting to hanging out to regularly hanging out, like spending some time in sports, right? To now trying to grab dude's hand while he's asleep.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
that's
I think the first episode spans a month and a half. I don't know how far the second episode goes into this term, but I will say that, like, you know, there's plenty of other media out there where it's like, oh, you know, straight rom-com, couple meets over the course of one weekend, and then like by the end of it they're married.
You have to realize I have no context.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's like every other Lifetime movie out there is like, oh, look, it's Christmas time. Oh, look, he's home for the holidays. Oh, look, he meets this girl from high school. And then it's like by the end of the weekend, it's like, oh, we've decided to spend the rest of our lives together.
Okay.
I mean, in contrast, this is slow.
Again, I have nothing to base it upon.
And then on the flip side, there are examples that I've seen of, you know, maybe gay-ish relationships in soap operas where, because it's a long-form dramatic story, they drag it out for like months, if not years. Like,
okay.
It's like, oh, look, they looked at each other. 10 episodes later, it's like, oh, look. They...
And maybe because of the content I have, the TV shows I have, the series I have watched, that arc takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
Sometimes seasons.
True, but then like think about a 2-hour movie.
But it's a different format.
It's a different format, but the progression of time,
it's condensed into 2 hours.
It's condensed into 2 hours. And the thing is that they will usually have some sort of establishing shot telling you like, oh, hey, like this much time has passed. Or like, oh, look, we were at this holiday and now we're at this holiday. Like,
and I get that,
yeah.
You know, this is why I do prefer TV shows over movies.
Yes.
Because you get more of the character development in a TV show than you would in a movie. And I love movies. Okay. But like, I'm a big nerd. I watch Star Trek. I watch, you know, and I'll watch it over and over again. And relationships sometimes take 2-3 seasons to develop. Right? And this one is developing an episode and a half, 2 episodes.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just because in the webcomic, the entire story is the story of Nick and Charlie.
Okay.
Whereas in the TV show, they are pulling in more tertiary characters. Like,
Got it.
We don't get to know Tao or Elle or Tara and Darcy nearly as much in the webcomic as we do in the show. Because like in the webcomic, it's really just Nick and Charlie's story.
Now, so because this show's important to you as a matter of representation, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question.
Of course.
Might get me hot water.
Don't put me in the hot seat.
Because I don't know the answer.
Okay.
Okay. We're watching a TV show, has a lot to do with gay characters, bisexual characters, trans characters.
Yes.
The actor, actress who plays Elle.
Yes.
Is that a...
She is a...
Is she
she is a trans
okay.
female.
I just...
Who, yeah. No. All of... This is going to get interesting. All of the characters...
I'm walking a very tight rope here. I understand this. I'm just trying to understand.
No, which is great. And
Okay.
thank you for asking.
Yeah.
All of the actors in the show are what they are representing as the characters in the show, with the exception of maybe oh god, I want to say Alan, but I think that's the name of the character in the book and not in the show.
Okay.
The
I was
fourth-
just asking, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
because like again, like I said, this is important to you because of representation, because you haven't had that your entire life.
Yeah.
All right. And I would think that a TV show like this, that I guess maybe part of the main project of it was to, you know, bring up that representation of folks who otherwise didn't have that sort of representation, that if they didn't use a trans person in that role as a straight dude who doesn't watch his stuff, I'd be kind of disappointed. Like, why would you not go there?
No, they so the creator of the webcomic, Alice Oseman, was part of the creative process with Netflix to bring this to life.
Okay.
And they made it a point to, you know, and most of these actors, with the exception of Nick's actor, were relatively unknown. Like
Okay.
Charlie's actor had never done anything like this beforehand. Like
Okay.
most of these actors had never headlined anything. Like Nick's character, Nick's actor, Kit Connor, he had, you know, a few movies under his belt. Like I
Okay.
think he played a young Elton John in the Elton John biopic.
Okay.
But other than that, most of these actors had never done anything major before in their career.
Okay.
And I will say that I'm grateful for them to have actually gone through the process to find people who more fit the characters that are being represented.
Yeah, because it would have been really easy just to stick a woman.
Well, the thing is,
I know I'm messing it up. All right, just
no,
be kind to me.
Listen,
All right,
you're doing good. It was just, but here's the thing: there are way too many examples
of that.
No, yeah, but I mean, like in Hollywood, as far as like not just trans characters, but like gay characters being portrayed by straight actors.
Yeah,
like, you know, even, you know, for the longest time.
And I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I think that when it comes to, especially when talking about Hollywood, major motion pictures, if there isn't a person of that caliber who play that part, because you have these, you know, nearly billions of dollars running it, I understand that. But with something like this that maybe doesn't have that type of budget, that's going to have the type of viewership, you know, if they went the easy route and stuck, you know, a woman, or I'm guessing these actors are, you know, at least, you know, 19, 20, because they're definitely not teenagers like the age they're playing.
Most of them were preteen. I mean, not preteen. Most of them were pre-adult.
All right, so we're talking about like 18.
They were probably, like, with season 1,
They do not look like 15-year-olds, bro.
They're not.
Okay.
But they're probably like 16, 17 going on 18. Like,
I could buy the 18.
yeah, because
All right, maybe 17.
I want to say by the time they hit season 2 going into season 3, like I want to say they were turning 18.
Okay. All right, so it's like, so like bravo to them for finding Elle's character.
Yeah.
Okay, and the actress who is doing that, because with something like this, and you're trying to elevate the type of recognition, it would have been easy just to find, you know, a female actor to do that.
Yeah.
But and again, I'm butchering it up. Don't get mad at me. It's not out of malice.
Listen, you're doing great.
All right.
Listen, you haven't said anything that was, you know, offensive.
I know if people get.
I get it.
Around,
I get it.
but
the thing is that, you know, I think that they did.
I think they did a good job, because, I mean, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. Like,
And I happen to be a great admirer of the female form, and I couldn't tell. And if I heard her voice, it's like, okay.
yeah, but that's the thing.
And look, and I know that there's trans women out there that are 1,000% passable. I know it. But it's when you see somebody fit it so well that you're like, did they cheap out here?
No,
And they
it
didn't.
was-
And I think that's awesome. while this might not be something I'd watch outside of this,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah. No.
See, and like the story is, the story. It is something that's been done, in different ways.
No. It's something. It's a story that has been done with straight characters representing a straight relationship for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
But to see two boys.
Oh yes, okay.
In
But
love.
what I'm saying when I say the story,
No,
I mean
but no,
this
you're right,
sort
you're
of
right,
story.
you're right. This sort of story is a coming of age story, and
Mm-hmm.
it is something that we as a society, as children, have been bombarded with our entire lives. But to have two young boys discover a relationship with each other, that's something that I didn't get to see until this. And
Okay.
I am grateful that the people growing up today have this type of representation, because I know that
That's the word I was looking for before.
yeah. But I know for me,
Mm-hmm.
if I had a show like this when I was that age, a lot of things would have turned out differently.
Okay. Really?
I don't think I would have had suffered from the same type of emotional, mental health issues that I did going through high school if I could see that there was an example of happy, healthy relationship that represented myself out in the world.
Okay.
Because the only thing that I got was being told constantly that, hey, something's wrong with you, and because of that you're going to hell, and because of that you don't deserve to be in this world. And you take those feelings and you take them to heart, and they destroy you. And to have representation like this is game changing. And I know that there are probably children growing up today that are watching this show that will not go down the same path that I did.
Cool. It's a good thing.
Yeah. And that's why I love this show, and that's why I think that as an example of queer joy, it is something that I'm grateful is out there.
Very cool.
Okay. Well, thanks a
Well
lot.
done.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining us on our first React episode.
Second.
No.
No?
This is going to be combined with episode 1 as one episode.
Blooper reel.
It's okay. We're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
But, definitely, if you like what we're doing here, do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, and
Tell your friends and your family that there are two crazy-ass veterans looking at stuff that we will get the stuff that he hasn't looked at. Right
Of
now,
course.
we're doing stuff that I
Listen,
haven't looked at.
I know that he's got Top Gun on the horizon for me. And
Oh, I got so many things on the horizon for you.
exactly, which is great. And if there's anything that you can think of that you want us to watch, put it down in the comments below. And
I cannot wait to see these comments.
oh,
I feel a target on my back.
listen, you did great.
I'm
Okay?
trying to be open-minded. Well, I'm open-minded, not trying to be. That's who I am. But I do realize that in society, people have sensibilities around things, and I'm trying to walk a line of minding people's sensibilities while maintaining my personal integrity.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm not looking to get anybody, all right? But I don't know all the lingo.
It's okay. Listen, you did great.
Thank you.
So if you're ready to join us on this adventure, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
See ya.
Wow, that went longer than I thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Those are discussions.